Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your diamond, U.S. Founder 2.0, Michelle Weaver.
Just wanna be part of your symphony.
If you guys remember yesterday where they said the Anabaptist and you're not sure who that is, it was those ladies yelling right there. That's the Anabaptist section. Hi guys, my name is Michelle Weaver. This is, can we go back one? Sorry. This is my husband, David. We are Diamond and Founder 2.0. And thank you. My beautiful children. And while this would be a perfect introduction to our family, to make doTERRA, the journey, look perfect, it's not always real. Because when you have a goal and you have a focus, sometimes it gets a little messy. Sometimes you are checking your back office while you're making dinner, or I really wish my kitchen sink did not look like this 75% of the time. But when you have goals and you have a vision of where you need to go, sometimes the laundry just waits. And sometimes when you need a strategy call, some way to figure out, this is back in November, when my frontline girl, Mary, was going for Founders, the only strategy time we had was to load all 7 kids in the car and go watch or go look at the Christmas lights. But you know what? Right there is where the magic happened. That is where we found how we're going to get her last Founders points for her to be a Founder 2.0. So I want you guys to remember that when you guys have goals and you're going for that next rank or your 1500 or whatever it might be, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like the storybooks. It can be whatever you need to do to show up daily. So I want to share with you guys a fresh look at online classes. Because last March, my husband and I knew that we needed to go for Founders 2.0. And we knew to get there in our Founders plan was achieving all 300 points for enrollment and LRP. And this looked impossible to me because I'm not a top enroller, or I wasn't. Until, together with my team, we came up with these online classes, and I did them every single week for 6 months. Sometimes 2 or 3 classes a week. Last week during BOGO week, I had 5 classes, and we enrolled so many people because it's simple and it's duplicatable and so effective. So I'm going to show you guys what I do. And remember the QR code that they said we'll get? That has everything in it to show you guys, the scripts and everything. So, because I need scripts when I'm doing things, right? Makes it so much easier. So I do mine on WhatsApp, but find where it works for you. If you're on Telegram, on Voxer, text messaging, it works all over. So the first thing that you guys are going to need is your products. But raise of hands, who has products with them? Awesome. Okay, next, you need your phone. Who has their phone? Awesome. Next, you need a resource or an oil guidebook. Who has that? Awesome. You guys should all be booking classes today. So as we go through this presentation, I want you guys to think of 10 people that you guys can message before the end of the day to book some classes. So now that you guys know, you guys have everything that you need, let's look for a hostess. This is my exact script that I have in the notes section of my phone that I can copy and paste to anyone. It just says, "Good morning, I was thinking of you, and I was curious if you were interested in hosting an online doTERRA party via WhatsApp," because that's where I'm at. It's such an awesome opportunity for your friends and family, and as a thank you for hosting, I always give an oil reference guidebook. And for every 5 new people you bring to the class. So you're just showing them, they just need to bring a couple people. And then I always say, would this date or that date work best for you? You're already putting it out there. They can tell you exactly when it works. So if you want to, you can even do this with your builders, collaborate together, or just go in your detailed genealogy and invite anyone who's on L or P between 1 PV and 100 PV and invite them to join, educate them. And for me, I always like to give the oil guidebook, but you guys can do whatever you guys like for your hostess rewards. Make this class your own, what you usually do. So the next thing I always like to do is to empower the hostess to know how to invite her friends. So here again, I give a simple script and I copy and paste it to her. And this is a way that she can invite her friends. I always tell her, don't forward the message, because how many of you guys have ever gotten like a message that says, forward, I was thinking of you? Not very personal, right? So teach them how to copy and paste. Put their friend's name in there. Hi, friend, make it personal. Make it so that they want to come. So next thing that I always like to do is when these people start coming to the class, you've created this group, the hostess is inviting her friends, I like to send a personal message to each one of them. This is your first touch with your next customer. You're not asking for a sale, you're simply showing up to say, hi, I'm so glad you're here. You're making them feel important for being part of the class. So next, I want to show you guys what the class looks like. Each class that I do is 3 days long, and it consists of 3 different times that I post. So the first time in the morning is an interactive post, something to get them to share with you, something to get them to speak in the group. Maybe it's an introduction. Everybody loves that. Ask them to post a picture of their family or their pet. Everybody loves doing that. Next, I post the class time, or whenever I post the graphics for the class. And this always is some short videos, like 5 to 7 minutes, no longer, because a lot of people nowadays don't have very long attention spans, right? Or they're busy. So keep your videos super short, but very informative. After I post a video, I'll post a picture. Maybe if I'm talking about OnGuard in the video, I'll post a graphic with information on what OnGuard does. So it's backing up what I just said in the video. So you're going to repeat this until you're done with your class. But I always try to keep my class time within about 30 minutes so their phone isn't dinging for hours, right? Keep it short. And then in the evening, when I want to remind them to come back to watch the videos, I'll post a fun recipe. Nobody likes to say, hey, I'm reminding you. So just post a nice post, and they'll come back to watch your videos. But this really allows everyone to watch the class time at their own speed, whenever they have time. So for these 3 days, this is what I teach. On day 1, you are teaching the basics. Everyone needs to know what are essential oils, why doTERRA, and then I always teach the top 10 oils and their uses. Next, I teach, on the supplements. Because if you teach lifelong vitality, you are building a pipeline for your business for residual income. I always like to throw in probiotic, Terrazyme, and right now especially, you need to be teaching about Mito2 Max and the adaptive capsules. Everyone is tired and everyone is stressed. It's your #1 seller. Then on day 3, I do a mini education class. I usually only do like 2 videos or so, but this is giving them a taste of what you and your team offer for the continued educational calls that you guys are doing. All the recipes. You can do children's health, you can do women's health and hormones, you can do non-toxic cleaning. Pick your subject, what you and your customers would want. And then you want to keep that short so that you can focus on the most important part of the class, which is the close. Now, what I always do is I only pick 4, maybe 5 kits. We have a lot of incredible collections from doTERRA, but keep it simple so it's not overwhelming. Keep it simple so that they don't have too big of a choice. They know exactly what they can get. And I always write a little description with each one of the kits just to help them get started. Right after I post the kits, I then do a grand prize giveaway. And this one is always so much fun because there's 2 winners. Remember at the beginning where we give an oil guidebook to the hostess? We announce that here. We're giving away a book. Woohoo! And this gives everyone the idea that, hey, if I want that book for free, I should host a class. So it's really exciting. And then I also do an oil grab bag. It can be whatever you want. Put your own gift ideas in here. But the oil grab bag is a lot of fun because it has ruler bottles, spray bottles, whatever you want. There's great collections on Amazon that you can send straight to their home. And then they know they have these products to use with their oils. About an hour after I post this, I'll give it a little bit of time for them to message me to enroll. I always post a bonus giveaway. And this, I think this was done first by my builder, Lillian, and she said, it works so well. You just post that you're giving away 5 free oils to anyone who gets started with their starter kit first. First come, first serve, whose name will make the list. And it's so fun when you put their name on the list, and then they are like, hey, my friend got one, I'm going to get one too. It's a great way to get those enrollments rolling in. And I always just give like the 5 ml wild orange or extra lemon from my stash, whatever it is. Now, this is probably, I want to share with you guys though, the secret sauce of where I get 75% of my enrollments. Everybody likes the secret sauce, right? Are you guys excited? All right, guess what it is? It's follow-up. I know, you guys are like, come on. This is the key to getting your enrollments. If you can become a professional person at following up, the queen of follow-up will be the queen of enrollments. If you do not follow up, you are simply educating a friend for someone else to enroll. So follow up every single time. Even if they ghosted your welcome message, you still follow up with them. And I've even gotten enrollments from people who ghosted my very first message. You always follow up. So a few final steps that I have is you enroll them or you send them the link. Always save their phone number to your contact list in your phone. And one thing that I've actually started doing recently is once they enroll, I will put their customer ID, their ID number, in the notes section of my contact, and I always have that there whenever they ask for it. You are also going to show them how to log in. And I have a very simple script that you will see in the QR code that just says, you're going to go to doTERRA.com, your ID number is this, and you just fill in the blanks. It explains how they're going to need to verify their account, and I encourage you to do that today. So get that information to them right away. Invite them to join your private customer groups that you guys have on Facebook or wherever that might be. Plug them into that education. Whether you guys have Mailbox Power or any kind of customer education, plug them in right away. Because I don't know about you guys, but I can forget to do things. And so that one customer might not be on my weekly call list or the continued education call list because I forgot to plug their name in right away. So do it right away. It takes like 30 seconds. So a few bonus tips that I want to leave with you guys is to make this class your own. Make it to what you can teach, what you love to teach, where your passion is, and what your customers need and want to hear. The next tip I have actually comes from Bailey King, where she says, B+ work. And what she means by that is you simply need to make sure that you show up and serve every single time. You need to be consistent. It doesn't have to look perfect. It doesn't need to be that Instagram perfect picture, but you need to be consistent because B+ work gives better results than never showing up at all. And then one time I was talking about this with my upline, Shannon, and she said, yes, but you know where you do need A+ work? Is in your customer service. Because your customers can tell if you're showing up from the heart or if you're showing up out of desperation for a sale. So show up from the heart. Be consistent and keep it simple and duplicatable. By doing these classes, I have found so many sharers who are now doing the same thing, new leaders who can do the exact same class because it's so easy and so duplicatable and so effective. So one last thing I want to leave with you guys for today is don't quit before the miracles happen, because they are right around the corner for you. Thank you.